meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Patton Oswalt and Brian Posehn here tonight. Thank you. Two funny, hip, attractive comedians currently working the LA scene. How's it going, gentlemen?
Good.
Great to have you.
Man. It's good to be here.
Super fun.
Great. It's fantastic. These guys are
We're
funny.
attractive.
They're funny guys.
Very
Upbeat.
attractive.
A laugh a minute.
Well, I'll tell you, there's not much that's good about the radio, but one is just calling everyone attractive.
Theater of the mind.
They can never really call you on it.
No, it's
and
great.
yeah, you've seen these guys on TV, and
So you know Adam's lying.
well, no, I'll tell you why. Because I'm sitting here in person. I'm looking across the console at a couple of good-looking, funny guys that are currently on the LA scene.
On the LA scene? Into the Sunset Strip with...
They're making the LA scene doing their own brand of attractive comedy. They're good-looking comedians, and they're currently on the LA scene.
What's happening?
Great to see you guys. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
Drew, you know these guys are funny and good-looking,
They're
right?
funny, and very attractive.
And they're dear friends of the show.
Friends of the Is this 1943?
Dear
Are we
friends
going to
of
sell
the
war
show.
bonds later?
Hey, give me another Chesterfield cigarette, would you, Drew?
I'd rather fight than switch.
You can find both of them doing some voiceover work on our beloved Crank Yankers, as well as Patton on King of Queens. And Patton also has a new comedy CD out where it's called Making the LA Scene.
Making the LA scene.
Doing my own brand of attractive comedy.
23 Skidoo.
It is out as we speak, and if we find something that's funny and clean, and they're not often the same thing,
I think there's one track.
we will hear about 6 seconds of
where you go?
one
Thanks.
track.
Good night.
Yeah, exactly. I go, how you folks doing? And then you've immediately got to cut it off.
All right, so we'll get the how
Because I say
you.
the C word 17 times.
So, and we're, by the way, it says Patton here is going to be performing at the John Kerry benefit.
And
I'm
so is
gonna be
Brian.
there too.
You're going to be there too.
In Washington, or where is it? Out here?
Here at the Knitting Factory next Wednesday the 7th.
The one on Hollywood there?
Hollywood Boulevard.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was seeing that they did one, I think maybe while you're out of town at the Disney Center over there, the new one.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like Neil Diamond and Babs was there, and a lot of heavy hitters. And then Issei Morales. You know what I mean? It's like Tom Cruise, who the hell, Barbara Streisand, Issei Morales, and I realize he's quickly becoming the Byron Allen of the Latino community. You know what
Yeah.
Byron Allen is to the blacks, I think Issei may be to
He's
the
the
Mexicans.
Latino that whites can agree on.
That's right, right. And you know, I have this theory about Byron Allen that I could do it. I could spend it. And you guys,
I'd love to hear it.
Is really, you know,
He's actually
comedians making the LA
He's
scene.
5
He's
white men, actually. He's made out of 5 white men.
He's attractive.
And
He actually is a good-looking guy.
making the scene.
Yeah, he does the interviews with like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and I don't think any of them know who he is, but he comes up and gives them the big handshake with the half a hug, and they're like, and they're like, great to see you again, Tommy, and he's like, great to be back, and then they just start the interview. I don't know how it works. I don't know if you've ever seen that show, but I don't know anyone who likes Byron Allen. I just see celebrities that are scared that they don't remember it.
Right,
and that's why they do
That's
it.
It's a good strategy, really. When I'd fall for that every time.
We got to get him as a booker.
Maybe he's
on
like
the show.
a human chain letter. Like if you break, if you don't do an interview with him, then you have 7 years bad luck in your career.
like we talked to Byron. We talked to the black guy's name we can't remember before we did the Samurai movie, and it worked out okay.
Yeah,
we were talking to him about the next one.
Yeah.
Smart.
There you go.
All right, we'll take some phone calls. We'll hear some stuff. And who's going to be at this Kerry rally, by the way?
Gordon Lightfoot will be performing.
Great.
Brian's going to do his bubble magic.
The lady who played Pinky Tuscadero is going to be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That lady.
Yeah.
And Leather Tuscadero's voice double.
Oh, really?
The girl who did her voice singing on the show. Yeah, it's very exciting.
I'll tell you, the Pinky and Leather Tuscadero are two celebrities I put into I think I could hump now. You know what I mean? Because I have
That's not really, they're in a category with Abe Vigoda and Ed Asner too.
He's in there with
them.
in there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're in there. They're all in the hopper. I'm just saying, and you guys must have this too, which is that at a certain point, you were 13 years old, you were 9 years old, you were 15, you were in high school, you had zits, you were a mess, you were watching these people on TV. There's no way they would have ever had sex with you. But time marched on. Your star got a little bit brighter. Now we've all risen to C/maybe D celebrity, but they're down. We crossed at a certain point. They've been inching down for a while. We've been inching up. I don't know when I crossed Leather Tuscadero. Could have been 6-8 years ago.
What a nihilistic view on sex you have. It's just time the Avenger. Is that your whole?
That's a numbers game.
Yeah,
the number must match.
The cross is where you get to have sex. That's where you put the bed. Where you
now
cross.
he's becoming sacrilegious too. He said.
Oh yeah.
No, it's an axe.
Oh, an axe.
It's not this kind of
It's a
cross.
supply and demand issue.
Now you're stepping back.
Yeah.
Because you can do way better than Leather Tuscadero.
Exactly.
No,
it's kind of a mercy hump for you.
I may be in like Aaron Moran category, like Joni from Happy
Be getting
Days.
close to your friend from Maude.
Oh,
Adrian Barbeau.
Don't kid.
B. Arthur?
Don't kid.
Adrian Barbeau.
Oh, I passed B. Arthur 9 months ago. Adrian
Is there a
Barbeau.
website for this? Can you put your name in and see where you are on
you pass?
See who's plummeting and see where you've gotten to?
Well, the good news, now here's the thing that we have as guys. As guys, we have time, which is, it doesn't matter that we're in show business.
Oh, yeah.
If we were males and we had a decent income and we were dentists working in Sherman Oaks, eventually you're going to pass some of these women you watched on TV too, just because time is tough on them that way. It's unfair, but let's face it, it's good. So you don't need celebrity, but we will factor in our celebrity.
Okay.
And yes, I would like to see some of these women.
No, yeah. I mean, if you're a dentist in Van Nuys, you'll get Leather Tuscadero, but we can maybe get like Jamie Gertz or Linda Blair at this point. Like, because of our celebrity, we have a couple extra hit points.
Right. I'm saying, I'm coming up. I'm coming up on Linda Blair.
I'm coming up on Linda Blair, too.
Who's Leather Tuscadero?
I don't know the name of the actress.
Susie Quattro.
Yeah.
She was from Happy Days.
Oh, okay.
From Happy Days.
Got it.
She was like Fonzie's girlfriend.
Got it.
Yes, you're right. We are approaching these people. Yeah, the Linda Blairs of the world.
We have hood scoops.
I'd like to find out where we're at and see what we could do. There should be a website for this.
Where you put in your name, your income, your age, and they tell you what level you've gotten to, who you can nail.
And it's great because there are all these chicks who are like 80s actresses that you're watching. Like, you've never been any lower. You've never been any further away from getting laid. You're looking at Jamie Gertz and just crying, just semen pouring out of your eye. Tears of semen. And now...
Don't turn this into a Cronenberg film.
I'm just saying now...
Yeah, now I'm actually saying no to Charlene Tilton. I'm like, I can do better.
Yeah,
I can do better.
Well, you passed.
Wow.
You probably passed. Probably been between 14 and 17 months since you passed Tilton. And I'm coming up on Gertz. Patton's got Linda Blair in his crosshairs. It's going to be a great weekend.
Nothing wrong with Linda Blair.
What's Heather Thomas up to?
Oh, wait, hold on. There's nothing wrong with her?
Nothing wrong with her.
Then you may be a few years off.
No, nothing wrong. Look, I can conjure up visions of Night Patrol in Savage Streets while I'm doing it.
All right. Okay.
Close your eyes and put the soundtracks on your phone.
You're the only one.
Yeah, it's a power. It's like a superpower.
And now it's tough once in a while with like the Heather Locklears. I think maybe you brought up, which are they still look good. They're still
I said
in the
Heather
public.
Thomas.
Oh, Heather Thomas.
Because what's she doing?
We have to see.
Nothing.
We have to check.
The only spoiler is when they've gone crazy religious, like Elisa Welchel from Facts of Life. You couldn't get because she hooked up with Jesus, and you're not going to get her now.
They don't have a choice. It's not their choice to make.
Oh,
it's like, baby, look at the printout. The graph doesn't lie.
All right, go to phone.
That's it.
We're going to phone.
Check the graph.
We are going to phone.
Dr. Drew, is this in a medical book somewhere?
I don't know, but
can't you consult your patients and go, you know what? You could go get Linda Blair this weekend.
my C/D celebrity patient.
Go get Barbara Crampton from Reanimator. She's yours. Go do it.
And you could take out whole casts.
Yeah.
Like, where they played waitresses on top of that revolving restaurant up there with Angelina?
Yeah, with Angelina.
Take the whole cast. You got the whole cast. You passed them.
Uh-huh.
Got the foxy black chick. You got the male piano player. They're all come in there.
Cowgirl number 3 from the shower scene in Porky's, the one on the left.
She's yours.
Too, yeah.
Oh, the one, girl from Wings? Yeah.
Passed her. You got her. Jenna, you thought you'd never get there. Jenna?
Yes?
Drew, and you, look at you. You're a doctor. You add doctor to the mix. Forget about it.
Doesn't help that much.
It does. No, it helps. Yeah.
Just always wear a stethoscope.
And you're a doctor on the radio.
Yeah, you're a doctor.
Famous doctor.
Yeah.
That helps. Right there.
You're a rock and roll doctor, squirrel.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, it's really great.
Jenny, you're 16. What's up?
Me and my boyfriend have sex all the time.
We're going to be
slut.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sex is radical.
We're going to be passing in a few months, too, by the way, Jen. I just want to give you a little heads up.
And so, I was just wondering if you guys would think that it would end up being all about the sex.
Well, for guys, that pretty much sums it up.
How old is he?
Is he 16 also, or is he like 30? Or?
He's the same age as me.
All right. And you're scared he's only with you for the sex?
No, I know. No, we love each other. All right. I don't know.
Guys that age have difficulty separating out sex and love. It's all the same for them.
Yeah, Rita Forever by Judy Blume. That should
guys that age?
Yeah.
Well, at least at 37, you have a sense of there being a difference. You may not be able to make
I don't know what you're talking about.
Things apart, but that's exactly
give him
right.
29 years, he'll come around.
No, and so really, a 16-year-old, it's all about that. And for women, it's not necessarily quite that clear. In fact, these things are usually quite separate. For
all right, but this brings up a topic, which is everyone constantly trying to figure out why someone is with them. They're with you. I've had people say, "Oh, she's only talking to you because you're on MTV or whatever." It's like, yeah, that's why I try to get on MTV.
Yeah, but there's sometimes there are people that are with someone
why do you
merely
my hump?
Singularly because they're exploiting them, not for any other reason.
Once in a while, but ultimately everybody is with somebody because of something.
No, I think what the point you're making is that they're only attracted to you because fill in the blank, and that's like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
I repeat, and?
Yeah.
Right. They're attracted to you. Good enough. And there's reasons why you're attracted to them.
That's right.
And I don't know, sort of breaking them down and categorizing them is probably not the greatest plan.
Judging them is the problem.
He's with you. He wants to be with you. You want to be with him.
That's right.
Put a condom on and go at it. Chelsea?
Yes.
You're 13?
Oh, I don't want to go to Chelsea.
Why?
13.
It was nothing. It was a joke that didn't work.
It's a location.
I'm 53 years old.
You can just keep going.
Sometimes.
Just keep going. No one notices.
Go ahead, Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Guys at my school, they like to touch me in ways I don't like to be touched.
13-year-old guys.
Well, some of them are 13, some of them are 14, some of them are 15.
Do your teachers or people that work at the school or anything do anything weird like that?
No. Well, the teachers, they don't really pay attention.
To the boys doing this?
Yeah.
Have you brought it to their attention?
No.
Oh. Well, you got to give them a little heads up because you'll find out in a few short years that your teachers aren't really that smart. It was a bitter pill to swallow for me.
You're smarter than them, probably. You're 13? Yeah, you're smarter than them.
But be that as it may, the fact is they have a responsibility to help protect you. And if you are being harassed sexually, they really have a responsibility if they don't step up.
Have you told the guys that you don't like that?
Yeah. I've told them a lot. And it's come to the point that when they do it, I smack them, and they won't stop. They think I'm just messing around.
You got to tell the adults.
Yeah, you got to take it to somebody there.
Where's your dad? Is he around?
Yeah.
His phones are horrible.
Hello?
There we
Chelsea?
Yeah.
I keep dropping out. All right.
Chelsea? Oh, he's around,
Yeah.
she said.
All right. Dad's around. Have you told him?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he'd be a good place to start, too. Or at least Mom, if you're afraid he'll react too forcefully.
Yeah. All right. And stay away from these guys.
Okay.
All right. I'm not sure how to avoid trouble in high school and in junior high. There's a way to do it.
I'm not the guy to ask. Yeah.
Absolutely not the guy. You got peed on and crapped on. I mean, you had
I was one of the guys doing the touching, so I'm really not the guy to talk to. I have no help.
No, I was abused by my own friend. It was inner posse abuse. You know what I mean? It wasn't strangers. It was
This
really.
may be her friends too.
I had both.
Oh, really? Yeah. Where'd you go to high school, Brian?
Sonoma.
Really?
Sonoma
up
High.
north?
Yeah.
This Sonoma? Up north
Sonoma, California. Yeah.
Seems, once in a while I hear about someone who grew up in like Big Sur or
Right,
something.
place where shouldn't be people living.
It seems weird. Like I thought people go there to camp and vacation and look at the sites.
Yeah.
Like Sonoma seems it seems too sane for some reason.
It's not a fun place to grow up.
It's not?
Why? No,
What?
it's beautiful, but it's just full of dumb people.
Really?
Because
There are a
it's
lot
like,
of-
it's like you're
Try
living.
North Hollywood. You got ugly filled with dumb people.
Yeah, but
At
like
least you
you're
got
living in
beautiful and dumb people.
When you live in a resort town, you deal with a lot of like locals that are just hopeless. So yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. You go. It becomes like.
It's like living in a beach town. In
Right.
the off season,
Right.
you never stop being raped.
Right.
So I think any town can be bad for a young nerd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a young hot guy like Brian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where
I
the
don't know.
girls just kept touching him, and he would smack them, and they just thought he was playing.
These, by the way, Patton Oswalt and Brian Posehn, two of the hot young comedians, currently working, attractive,
Making the scene.
making the LA scene,
Cruising around in our convertible
yeah.
on the Sunset Strip.
We also stopped crime. Yeah.
We always stop crime.
Patton, have you seen Spider-Man?
Oh, God.
less than 10 times?
How the greatest thing to happen to nerds since masturbation,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. Truly.
It's terrific.
Everyone's seen it.
Yeah,
Guys.
yeah.
And I have friends, I had friends now, they are in the, one of our friends is in the 3 times in 24 hours club. He's seen it 3 times in 24
He
hours.
is a
and,
nerd.
Yeah, and someone else, a girl nerd we know, has seen it twice in 24 hours.
What is it that's so good about it?
It's truly a movie for everyone. Nerds will love it, but even if you don't like comics, it's so well written, so full of heart, great. I mean,
But
just
I think comic fans love it on an even, on the next level because
Yeah.
it's so true to the comic.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
but it's also not embarrassing. Like, it's really smart, and even people that don't like comics, like, wow, that was a really well written movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's something that proves that comics can be. Listen to me, I'm getting all wound up, but it's like
Yeah.
something that nerds can be proud of.
It made like $40 million
In
its
one
first
day.
On
Yeah.
a weekday, right?
Yep.
On a
Yeah,
Tuesday,
yeah.
it's going to be.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we saw it Tuesday at midnight, like a couple of dorks.
Oh, you really went? You went
yeah,
to the midnight?
together. Yeah.
Midnight Show ArcLight.
Yeah.
We were there.
We did the popcorn trick.
when the curtain
It's not
opened.
really a trick.
With each other?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, what about me yourself?
Yeah, it's on each other, but it's
yeah.
not really a trick.
This,
I'm like,
uh,
hey, I just did the popcorn.
Yeah,
Do you want some
exactly.
popcorn?
This imitation butter
not fooled
flavoring
at
is
all.
horrible.
No, it's-
They got to rework.
We're
this.
also big fans of Diner, so just every time.
What and by the way, what are like the top 3 comic movies or comic book turned to movie movies? Like I never saw the Hulk.
Spider-Man 2 is now number 1. I can just safely say that.
I would
All
say
right.
Spider-Man 2, number 1.
Right.
X-Men 2, number 2.
Really?
And then Blade 2, number 3.
No,
You know what?
No Batman
I would
or anything?
Twos.
I would-
Really
I
I
would
don't know
say
why,
the
but
order.
Blade 2 is
Blade
better
2.
than Blade.
Batman, no
X-Men
good?
2 is better
Yeah.
than X-Men. And Spider-Man 2.
I'd also put the first Superman film up
Yeah.
there because they really did a good job with it. And I think the movie The Hulk will age well, but right now, people don't really get it, but it's going to age really well. Yeah, Blade 2 and X-Men 2 both better than the first ones.
By the way,
I liked Superman 2 better than Superman 1 at the time, but I don't think it ages
Yeah,
well.
it aged really
Now you
badly.
watch it, it's pretty
I
corny.
don't want to break up the conversation, but Linda Blair called the hotline, and you've been pushed back a few months. The nerd conversation. You were gonna cut a slice this weekend, and it just got pushed in to December.
That's the other good thing about Spider-Man 2. It's so good, it might actually get us chicks because women like it. I mean, the
No, it
women,
might
the
give
female.
you something to do instead of chicks.
right.
Can you just let me have some hope, Dr. Drew? You're supposed to be a healer.
It's time
supposed to
play.
heal.
Why are
I'm
you
hoping
hoping you do it
Yeah.
reality's terms?
It's time to play. Yeah, if he's got a cancer, it's got 6 months. Cancer patient, he's got to let him get his affairs in order, right?
Exactly.
Get you to come to terms
That's
with
what
these
just happened. Yeah. Denial. He's still in the denial phase.
Yeah, the anger and deal making
Yeah.
is going.
Deal making.
Deal making will happen later.
Let's talk to Eric, who's 18, going to give us a little Germany or Florida. Eric?
Hey, Adam.
Yeah. This is a game I basically co-opted from Jimmy Kimmel Live Writers Table. Every bizarre story in the world seems to either emanate from either Germany or Florida.
Yeah.
So we used to play actually Germany or Florida. So when someone announces their bizarre story and we guess Germany or Florida, I decided to take it and do it on this show.
Germany or Florida.
Andy Dick?
I don't know who that
That's
was.
Andy Dick.
All right. Go ahead,
It's
Eric.
actually kind of ironic. Last time we had somebody call from Arizona with a call that sounded like a Florida. Dad was in Florida.
Right. All right. Quite down. Go ahead, Eric.
All right. 2 men were lighting fireworks and throwing them from their vehicle Monday night while driving. At some point, an ember from a cigarette fell on the back seat of the car and ignited several other explosives. One man was able to exit the vehicle after running into a light pole. However, the other was not able to get out of the car and sat in the car as it burned. Both men were burned in over 90% of their bodies and transported to the hospital. They actually had to hose them down to treat them, said a fireman. The man who was stuck in the car died at the hospital Tuesday's morning.
Still funny.
Yeah. Still funnier than white chicks.
All right.
Florida.
You got
Florida.
the smoking. You got the bed of the truck.
Got to be
the
Florida.
fireworks.
Florida.
You get the fire and they can comment about it.
July
Yeah,
in
they don't
Germany.
care about
Fourth of
that.
July.
Florida.
That would be the one. Well, wait a minute. Crystal Knock may be coming up. What is this? About the same time as 4th of July.
Did you see the
All right, hold on.
wait.
True. You're right in the middle of Germany or Florida.
I love the Crystal Knock mattress sales, too. Those are my favorite, man.
First of all, your name is not Eric, is it?
It is Eric, actually.
It's what?
It is Eric, actually.
You see, you've given us a bogus name in the past?
Oh, no, my name is actually Eric on my driver's license.
You've never called before?
No, I haven't.
All right.
All right.
First time calling. Long time listener.
True.
Don't get mad.
You sound like the guy that sings the song.
Get mad,
You've lost
Eric,
the right to
if
talk.
that's
now.
your real
There's
name.
No more talking for
I've
you.
been listening since junior high, so...
All right, Eric, go ahead. Now.
Actually, it was Florida, Adam. You are a genius.
Thank you. We're all geniuses.
He's not a
All right.
genius.
Yes.
Come on.
That's
Too
him.
much fun
That's
in
it.
Nazis.
Does it
Sex
sound-
with and death fetishes.
It does
Both
sound
of them
like
have
him, yeah.
Nazis. Guaranteed not to bore you. Germany or Florida.
No, that's not Eric.
You're not a genius if you pick between two choices. That's a coin flip.
Eric, that's not you?
No, that's not me.
All right.
No, the guy
All
that
right,
sang
buddy.
that song's cool and he
Sounds
sounds
like Eric.
What?
Yes.
We thought he was the guy who sung the theme.
Did
of
you
Germany
guys
or
read
Florida.
about the creepy German super baby that they've been studying?
Yeah.
No.
So this baby was born with 2 recessive genes,
Oh,
so he
with the
doesn't
muscle.
he doesn't make
Muscles.
myostatin.
Yeah.
So he's just literally everything that all his calories, everything just goes right into muscle development, and he's 5.5, and he can lift like 20-pound weights, like hold them out to his sides. He's literally all muscles.
He can catch bullets in his teeth.
There's going to be a comic
He
book
can
here.
run faster.
It's really creepy. And his parents are both these weirdly, they don't know who the dad was, like this weird construction worker that could carry these huge weather bricks with his bare hands that normally they had to put in like on forklifts. And his mom was also an athlete that had these weird powers. Like it literally feels like, it's like the X-Men. It's like the first X-Man.
Oh.
Well,
Telling you, super baby.
If he blows on things, they freeze? Or?
Well, they like took pictures of him. He has this weird muscular ass and these giant legs. He's 5 years.
George
old.
Bush has a baby that can do more.
Oh,
and
yeah.
is faster.
Did you see
down in a basement somewhere.
Basically, this is what Hitler
We're going to
was.
beat that Germany baby.
Yeah, they just feed him marble.
Hitler was working toward this. I gotta believe
This shows you the eugenics program was right.
somewhere Hitler's up in heaven, looking down and smiling. And I know people say, "Well, how did Hitler get to heaven?" But he probably repented just before he put the bullet
Of course, he
in his
he
head,
was-
and therefore he got there on a technicality. So
Yeah.
I got to believe he's up there with our grandparents, just smiling and laughing.
St. Peter was like, you got us.
Oh,
Adolf, Adolf,
Get over
you
here.
repented.
you nut. Hendrix, go take him to get some wings fitted.
I could see him too. It's like that scene. Yeah, it's like that scene in the Disney movies where the coach on the opposing team goes, "A mule kicking field goals," and the ref runs over and he opens the rule book and he says, "You show me where it says a mule can't kick field goals."
Nothing in the rule book about a mule playing football.
So, like, when Hitler showed up at the pearly gates, it must have been like, "Oh, please, Adolf."
Yeah.
No. And then they just, like, St. Peter turned to, like, Ham or somebody and said, "What are you going to do?" He repented just seconds before he ate the cyanide capsule.
Yeah. There's a nerdy angel with the book.
Come on in. Right. And then they made the announcement. All right, now listen,
Ogilvy,
people.
is it in the book?
We're not going to treat him any differently than anybody else.
Ogilvy.
All right. Brian Posehn and Patton Oswalt here tonight. Two hot comedians currently working the LA scene.
And attractive.
Yeah.
We'll take ourselves a little break.
Couple of lookers.
And we'll be right back after this.
Ow!
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
Drew.
Yeah.
What are women most attracted to?
Confident guys.
That's right. You can't buy that confidence. At least you couldn't until now.
What do we got?
You got Axe deodorant body spray. Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Patton Oswalt is here tonight. Brian Posehn here tonight. Two hot young comedians currently working the LA scene. Ow! They can be found at the John Kerry benefit on Wednesday. That would be this coming Wednesday, July 7th at the Knitting Factory.
A lot of hot comedians there.
Adam would be there too, but he is going to be on his back having his hernia repaired.
Oh, yeah.
But you're doing that to benefit John Kerry, right?
He'll carry a Kerry smock.
Yeah.
Hernia with his ass hanging out the back.
Hernia repair for Kerry.
This balls hurt, they'll never heal. Yeah, that was me singing about my balls.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of pain, and you couldn't tell by looking at me, but right now, high threshold. But yeah, it's bulging, Drew. I got people freaked. Yeah. I show it to people at the office.
Come on.
It's weird because there's pubes involved, and it's kind of freaky,
I've never seen that before.
Have you seen?
I had a hernia operation a few years ago, man. It's weird.
Is it good?
Brutal.
Is it good?
No, it was not fun.
I don't know
there
if
we
it's...
go. Oh, you got a big one.
Oh,
it's big, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be bad times.
It's big and puby.
That's bad times.
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of sympathy.
I'm talking like Alien 2.
I've been getting a lot of sympathy, like
Brian just barfed.
From the writers over at Kimmel. Like,
now, should your bulge have a little laughing devil face that I can see through the skin pointing at me? That wasn't good.
He's in there. Yeah.
Might not be a hernia.
He's attacking the wing. I got a gremlin up my ass.
He's having you sign a release where he might have to open you up if he can't get it with the scope.
Yeah, don't get Adam wet.
Is he having you sign that?
Drew, I don't know. I'm tired of you and your worry wording. My wife called today. Drew, he's worried about your arm. I said, Drew's a big puss. It's like a yenta.
When you go in,
down. Stop worrying everybody. Where's your bedside manner? And that's why I don't talk to you, by the way. Go ahead.
They're going to shave your pubes and make sure they shave all your pubes, because the guy that did mine shaved exactly half my pubes. And I look like the worst Batman villain in the world. Like, this looks like the work of half pubes, Robin. It was just shave all my pubes, dude. It was the worst.
Your asymmetry pubes are not going to help you now.
But that would have been the perfect time to get a tattoo, like Mr. Magoo with a lawnmower right next to
That'd be an awesome tat. Can I shave my own pubes, or is that gay?
You can help these people out, because they're going to have like some cutting shears to bring the bulk down.
They're going to start a controlled fire.
We're going to get a mulching device down there for you.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I want to say. I want to say, look, I'm going to do a preliminary. I'm going to take a pass at the pubes and possibly the sack as well. Keep in mind, I'm only doing it for the operation. That's not how I wear it. You understand?
Yeah,
I'm doing it for you guys, and then you guys can get in and clean up.
I just can't wait to be there to hear all your mouthing off to the staff. I'm just going to sit back and just enjoy.
I'm great, because I have ideas about how people can do their job better, except for me, really. I'm the only one. I have
Especially
no
if they're
ideas about
Hispanic.
what I could do. Yeah, I'm the guy who does a national radio show and shows up 2.5 minutes before the show starts every night, and is not sure who the guest is. But I have a lot of ideas about how Filipino nurses could do their job just a little bit better, who get paid way less than me. That's the beauty of me. All right. But this is going to be great, Drew.
It is going to be great.
Let me tell you something about the bulge, by the way. I've been wearing sweatpants and showing the bulge around, and it's a nice, it's like a handball underneath, right above the groin there.
It's an indirect hernia.
And I got to tell you, everybody over at Kimmel's an a-hole, including Kimmel. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. They're all pains in the ass. They're like, the kind of guys like you.
You talk about pusses.
They're pusses, but they're pains in the ass. And if you said to them, like, listen, I'm a little down today because it looks like I might be getting a divorce. They would start laughing hysterically and just call you a pussy.
But that's the laughter of the damned because their lives
Right.
suck.
It'd be really funny to them, and it'd be great. And Cousin Sal's always punching you. Like if you tell him, "Hey, my back's kind of sore today," he'd come up and punch you and stuff like that. So everyone's abusive. They're verbally abusive. They're physically abusive. They have no sympathy for anybody. But when I dropped the shorts today and showed them the bulge, they all were like, "Hey, dude, you should sit down. I mean, you should." Oh, their face went from like the perpetual goofballs to the just a look of serious first time in their life. Like, you should sit down, Adam, and take it easy. And I thought, wow, this is nice. I like this
mileage out of
bulge.
this, yeah.
I get some mileage. I don't know if I want to take care of this Wednesday.
don't.
I like this thing to be out like size of a duffel bag in 4 years. I
you
actually
know
have
what?
to pull it out of my pants and drop it onto the
They
desk.
can get huge.
That's what I'm
All
looking
your intestines
for.
can just head on down
that's
there.
what I want to try to pick it up and drop it onto the desk, and it'd be like
Problem is, it all goes down into your scrotum,
I'll be sitting
and
there
it's got pretty spacious
into the scrotum. That's better.
In your case, that's quite a bit of room to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You dump your liver in there.
It'll be great. Like wherever I am, like I'll be at the DMV, and they'll be like, "Yeah, listen, if you renew your license, we need your old license before we can." And I'll just boom, drop it on. Oh, okay, sweetie, take what you need.
Could you live with your organs in your balls?
Yeah, whatever.
Theoretically?
Old men do that. We don't operate on them. It's just too.
I think my dad.
Wait a minute.
I think
When you
my
get
dad's-
old, your organs just drop down in your
No,
balls?
if somebody has an indirect hernia like that gets out of control and doesn't take care of it, I've got patients with half a basketball worth of intestine in there.
My dad's. I think my dad's. My dad keeps his brains in his balls.
You guys
Is that
are
possible?
nerds. You are really nerds. The human is a novelty to you guys.
It is. I don't.
yeah.
I'm going to stick with
Robots.
superheroes and robots and Alien. This is horrible.
Yeah.
This is 10 times worse than Alien and
I'm going to get
Predator?
I've got to get the Dr. Alter book out for these guys.
All
No.
right, but not yet. Do it during the commercial.
All right, where the
'cause,
guys,
no.
the
You're
gender
gonna vomit.
reassignment. Gender
Brian,
reassignment.
Brian, you think
No.
you almost vomited looking at my lump? Wait till you see this book.
Yeah.
This
will be
this-
good.
I want to know it exists.
This will be
This is
good.
Vietnam. This is Auschwitz and white chicks all in one book. I mean,
I love how White Chicks is in a list with Auschwitz now.
I'm saying it.
It actually passed.
You got to have
It
a
actually
stomach.
passed it, yeah. Auschwitz was not as bad as White Chicks.
Sarah.
Less suffering.
Sarah.
Sarah. 17. Sarah.
Sarah.
Hello?
Yes, you're 17. What's up?
Nothing much.
All right. What's your question?
Like, me and my boyfriend have been having anal sex lately, and like every time we do it, I always feel like I have to use the bathroom.
While you're doing it.
God, why is that?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes
at all.
no sense.
Do you evacuate yourself before you start this action?
Yeah.
All right.
You
Can you
do.
understand that having something in the what we call the verge?
Yeah.
There.
That'd be called the
It's called
Verge.
the anal verge.
Wow.
And
Great band name. Anal Verge.
I didn't want to jump on that, but wow.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
playing at the Knitting Factory
Yeah.
the night after
Yeah.
us.
Didn't they open for the AAS, the Anal Verge?
But you can understand how things in the verge could
Oh, Drew's got a book open.
Yeah.
could
So
feel like something's coming in or going out. You don't have great sensitivity of direction down there.
yes, you understand that there's no gyro in the anus.
Your
You
butt's
don't-
not smart.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah. How old is your boyfriend?
He's 18.
18. And do you enjoy the anal sex?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like a ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
It's more like I picture him holding a pistol and like he's listening, like the hostage thing, like pick the phone up. Do you enjoy anal sex? And he's doing this. He's got the gun to her mom. Like,
Yeah, got the King of Comedy thing, hold up the cue cards
yeah.
for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it because you won't do the front hole? Is like this Plan B or?
Yeah.
Or Plan P, as they call it. Come on, get it. Sorry.
Or you do both? You have sex and
Do you have regular kind of sex too?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
All right.
he should be happy with that. He's 17.
Or he could be gay.
I didn't
No,
get
no.
either.
He could
till-
very well be
yeah.
gay.
No. He's
Yeah.
just into
No. All right. So
He seems to
Sarah,
exploiting
He
old
could.
Sarah.
Sarah,
could be.
maybe
Does he watch a lot of Oz? Does he have the Oz DVDs?
No.
Has he burned a swastika onto your butt with a cigarette lighter?
No.
Because that could be a clue.
Does he call you bro while he's back there?
Bro. Dude, hold still.
Does he listen to Judas Priest while you guys do it?
Wow. Leave them out of this.
All right, Sarah.
Turn away, run away.
Here's the thing. You're 17.
Yeah.
I really think I think you can burn out your joy receptors by doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Too much stimulation too early.
You're really supposed to wait till you're in your mid-20s.
Yeah.
And you're with some girl you just met.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody she doesn't really like. It's exploitative.
How's she now? Do you know she really doesn't like him?
Well, she sounded so enthusiastic.
Well, she just sounds depressed. Sarah,
Yeah.
are you doing all right in school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Where are you going to go to college?
Yeah.
Where? Junior college?
I don't know.
Okay.
So,
baby
yeah.
doll. All right.
You
Okay.
can't, yeah.
Okay. Listen. Let's see. Don't get pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Are you using
she's-
any-
she's taking care of that.
You're using birth control?
No.
Well, how are you not going to get pregnant then?
Second hole.
Right.
Yeah, but they're using both.
Right.
So how are you not going to get pregnant?
Condoms.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
good.
but you use those.
Using
That's
condoms.
catch as catch can, right? You don't.
Yeah.
Pardon with the can pun, but
You just said you didn't use birth control.
Well, she's not. She means
She doesn't use the
hormonal.
pill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
all right, Sarah.
Yeah.
All right, just don't get pregnant.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you like it besides the having to run into the other room?
Yeah.
You
do
do.
like
You do like.
But,
Yeah.
Well, I'm so not
Well, because I'm
convinced.
saying don't. If you don't like it, or if it makes you run into the bathroom,
Listen, I got something else.
cut
to say.
that out.
Don't call this goddamn show if you don't feel like talking on the phone or if you're being bothered by our questions, And I know every teenager has to act like they're put upon every time anyone over 30 asks a question.
We
of them,
talked
but
about this last
don't
time.
call the
He
goddamn
talks
show.
about it every night.
Well, no,
Every
but
night.
but literally, people call. How did you say it? They call and then they act like we called them.
Yeah, and
What?
they're in the middle of
Weren't you just waiting for an hour to get on this show?
But every night.
Whatever, man.
what?
You ever had somebody
God.
call you and it sounds like they just woke up?
Yeah,
It's like, dude, you called me.
Yeah, how did you?
I know. Like, what happened? Yeah, listen. Get it together. Let's muster a little enthusiasm for the show, everybody. Let's break it down. Come on, gentlemen. Grab a knee, gentlemen. And I use that term loosely. Gentlemen, hey, that helmet, not a chair. Grab a knee. Let's go now. Let's break it down. Let's get a hand in. All right. Brian Posehn here tonight.
I want to
Patton
know about my
Oswalt.
vagina.
That's from.
Oh yeah, that's right. From the last time,
must
that
be.
girl that didn't want to talk. Remember that?
Oh, really?
We kept trying to get her to turn the radio. She's all right.
Patton here, Brian here. Well, two hot up and coming comics currently working the LA scene.
Are we making the scene?
We're making the LA scene. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew, otherwise known as the Puss. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE.
We're gonna see where Adam's gonna have both sides done. Now it's looking like
you
it.
know,
We're
I
gonna
don't-
see where he is on Thursday morning. Oh,
I don't even tell you about my stuff anymore, Drew, because
Yeah.
you're such a naysayer. You're like Dr. Dark. Oh, doom and gloom. You're like the guy from Lost in Space. Oh. He's a doctor, for
Dr.
Christ's
Smith.
sake. I tell him I'm going to do something. I'm like, every time I tell him I'm going to lance something on, oh, no. Don't worry about it. It's just a zit. Oh.
Last time we did, they came in with a periorbital infection. His eye had like a volcano.
All
growing
right,
out
not
of it.
all of them work out, but 90...
Could have tracked into his brain easily.
65% of them work out when I do my own lancing work. That's all.
Why aren't you lancing your balls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a skill saw. Drink a bottle of Jack.
2 weeks after my hernia thing, I had Dr. Marcel naysaying me, like, "Oh, dude, the open repair is much more likely to be successful than the
look,
laparoscopic repair."
I don't need you. Drew he talks to my wife and he convinces her I'm dying. Is basically what he does. And
I think he's trying to swoop on your wife.
Yeah,
that's a different issue.
It's that.
Stay out of it.
It's like Adam's dying, and you're going to need some comforting. That's his thing. Yeah. Okay. So stop scaring everyone, Drew. Right. And let me tell you something. I have a much higher threshold for pain than you because I didn't grow up with go to the Little Lord Fauntleroy School for albino hemophiliacs like you did. I grew up on the mean streets of North Hollywood. You understand?
Yeah, it'll
I
be
had to stay sharp. I'm
it'll
like Leather Tuscadero, who I could have sex with. Now,
I can't.
You understand?
I can't wait to see how this works out.
Yeah. All right. All right. Brian Posehn is here tonight. So is Patton Oswalt. Dear friends and hot young up-and-coming comics currently working in LA.
Yeah, not up-and-coming. They're making the scene.
Making the LA scene. They're going to be at the John Kerry benefit, which is coming up this Wednesday at the Knitting Factory in Hollywood. And what about this? I know I have a lot of radical ideas, but it always kills me when everyone's raising money. First off, John Kerry's wife has $1 billion in the bank, but we got to raise a lot of money, and Bush is going to spend like $280 million, or he's raised that much, and Kerry's going to spend several $100 million, and it's just sort of farting into the wind with it. What if, and this would never happen because it just sounds too sane, but what if Bush or Kerry said...
They might have repaired the roads out here. Build
here's what
double-decker freeway.
What if Bush said, look, I'm not doing any commercials. I'm not gonna take $280 million and pitch into the wind. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a orphanage in the middle of the country. It's going to be huge. It's going to have an Olympic swimming pool and a gymnasium, and we'll be able to handle people from neighboring states. And I'm going to get to work on it. Jimmy Carter, he's helping me. He's the only thing we agree on. And I'll be doing this. So spend your money, do your campaigns, sling your mud. I'm working on this thing. Would it work? Would it be just crazy enough to work? Great. The news would be checking in, seeing, he's poured the foundation, he's tilting up the framing this week. What if somebody just did that? I mean, the idea that these guys throw millions of dollars just into the air, and I know people look at it as, well, that's not the same millions of dollars that could build a school or a road or a hospital or help some African AIDS patients, but it kind of is, isn't it? It's just millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense.
Do we need to spend millions and millions?
I'd rather them just throw like a kick-ass party with that money.
Yeah.
Or just
get
make
a couple of party balls. And
yeah, if I was Bush, you know what I'd do? Make prostitution legal, build a massive brothel, and you'd be in the news every single day.
Yeah.
Orphanage, that's a terrible idea. And get Jimmy Carter to build a brothel.
And how much?
Habitats for whores. Do that.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a man show segment?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, it wasn't.
All right. Although, guess what? Next week, pitch meeting.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone's mind ever gets changed, by the way, in the few months seeing the commercials. I mean, the Bush commercials were paid for by Bush. The Kerry commercials were paid for by Kerry. Does anybody really get swayed one way or the other by seeing a super biased commercial that the other guy bought and paid for? I don't, let's build something. Yeah. All right.
Good idea.
Or my kick-ass party idea.
Here's Brian's kick-ass party idea. Or what about this? What if Bush said, I'm putting every penny I have into research to have a microwave that you can put tinfoil in? And that doesn't spark. It's fine. All those frozen TV trays and the little metal handle on the Chinese takeout thing. Pow! You want Italian with the foil thing with the plastic top and the things that bend over right into the microwave. Am I right, people? The country would unite behind it.
I just want to take care of traffic here in LA.
I want a microwave. Who are you talking to, Drew?
Come on.
Oh, Amy?
Hey.
What's happening?
Not much. I'm really happy to be talking to you guys. Dr.
Excellent.
Drew, I love you.
Finally.
Adam, you're
There
a
we
comedy
go.
genius.
Somebody who's happy.
And the comedian guys, I haven't heard of you, but I watch Crime Cankers, and so I hope you'll be on Comedy Central or something.
Oh, they'll
You've
be
seen
on
King of Queens, right?
Yeah.
King of Queens?
I think I've seen that.
Have you seen that Budweiser commercial where the guy's running for president?
No.
Oh, okay, because that's
Sorry.
not either one of these guys. But they know.
That's our
They know.
friend.
They
We
know
know
that
a friend
of
guy.
ours.
Yeah, I mean, they could get him in.
He's
You
working.
watch King of Queens, though?
I used to. I can't much anymore. I'm really busy.
Okay, well, you got.
No, it's good.
I make time for King
Great.
of Queens, but go
The
ahead.
show's going off the air because you're busy.
Wow. These selfish kids. I swear to God. We give them free entertainment. I'm busy.
Well,
My
what's up? What's
future.
up, Amy? What's going on? We got just a minute here.
I was volunteering.
Go ahead, Amy. What's up?
Man.
I'm just wondering if self-mutilation can become an addiction, and if so, how I can break the addiction.
What are you doing?
Cutting and injecting.
What are you injecting?
Household cleaners, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I
inject
know. It's
them?
really weird.
How do you inject them?
Didn't the Hillside Stranglers kill people doing that?
With a syringe.
But
I
you
can get.
seem happy.
I know. What?
It seems like the last kid.
Yeah,
should be doing
you're
that.
like the sunniest cutter we've ever talked
So
to.
you guys
Well,
don't
I'm
have.
giddy because I love Dr. Drew
guys-
so much. I love you, Dr. Drew.
Well, she's all.
Well,
she's
Drew,
all-
if you would just become her friend, she'd stop cutting herself.
she's all beaked up on Pledge and Windex.
Let's. It's time we have to take a break. But let's,
All right.
Amy. We're gonna get back to you. Okay, we hang on 1 second.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
All
hold
right,
on.
baby.
Hold
Keep
on
that
there.
good mood up. We got Patton Oswalt here tonight. Brian Posehn, too hot to
I don't
do.
know if I don't trust that she's actually cutting herself.
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah, this
Really?
is
So
compensation.
you guys, you're.
You're going to explain it all.
I'll explain it all when we return.
We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Here it is. Bottom line, it sucks being single today. Tons of lame people and no decent prospects. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE. LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready.
This hour brought to you in part by Axe. Experience the Axe effect.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Patton Oswalt is here tonight, as well as good and dear friend Brian Posehn. Ow! Patton's got himself a CD
That's
out
never happened before.
called "Feeling Kind of Patton." We're gonna hear something off it coming up in this hour. Also, Brian and Patton can both be found at the Knitting Factory this Wednesday, July 7th, in Hollywood, for a little John Kerry rally. All right, Drew, what are you pointing at?
That Patton will be at the Uncabaret.
Ah, yes.
I am.
When is
July
that?
31st.
All right, we will.
Yeah.
Get back to the phones and speak to. Well, let's talk politics for one quick second. I kind of want to like Kerry myself, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's at or what his thing is. It's more sort of. I think everyone's just decided that Bush isn't working out, but I don't know what Kerry. I'm not sure what Kerry's about. Do you guys know?
I don't think it matters. It's like basically, let's take a breather from Bush. Everyone calm down for 4 years. Kerry will just hold the fort, and then we'll find someone else.
Doesn't it?
What's wrong with that?
I think
Seriously.
I think people are like he's like a space saver spare. Like,
Seriously, yeah.
We've broken down.
Yeah.
Let's just put him on. We'll make Tahoe by nightfall,
and then we'll
we'll figure it out. Let's see if we can find a nice.
Yeah.
He's a fix-a-flat.
There's a four-day tire store in Tahoe. We can get. Yeah,
He is. That's how I think of him.
I think,
Yeah.
but I
He's
think
AAA
about it. I think about it
for the world.
A lot of my conservative friends I argue with, they go like, you're just against Bush. I'm like, yeah, I am. We need to. I mean, I'm not anti-Republican. I would have voted for Republican, just not Bush.
I'm feeling.
Even Republicans hate him.
Brian said AAA for the world. I'm so lame. I had to call AAA today
Oh, really?
because the
To
oil,
preset your stations.
oil
Now
cap
he lost the tampon on the 10.
lost
And,
the oil cap down in the engine.
Oh, really? And you had to
How
call
lame is
AAA
that?
to go get it?
Took two of us an hour with the car hoisted.
Two of us, meaning
me and another
Mexican
guy.
crawling inside your bay, and
Yeah.
you talking to your wife on your cell phone?
That's how it works.
That's not took
That's
two
three.
of us. That's you. That's
Is that how
nothing.
lame
That's
is
you
that?
talking to
How
your wife
lame is
while
that?
he climbs around your $80,000 car,
How lame is that?
crying. It is lame. You've been lamer.
Really? I have? I thought it was at my worst.
No, that's yeah. Well, I don't understand why you couldn't. Where were you?
In my house.
In your cows?
My home.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger.
And the
cows.
The goddamn oil cap slid down into under the
called
engine.
AAA to come to your house? I mean, your cows?
Yes.
I can't believe nobody.
Yes, pathetic.
They should. You know what? They need. You know what AAA could do, and they could probably save themselves like $50 million a year if they had like that cool dude you went to high school with who got on the phone. Like when a guy calls up and says, "Yeah, I'm at my house and my cap is falling," and you just, Chet, we need you on the phone. Hey, dude, what's the matter? I lost it. You can't handle that yourself? I bet you could. Listen, I could send a guy out. I don't mind, but we're gonna be laughing about it when he gets back. Why don't you see what you can do about it? Like I could guilt you. I could give you a masculine guilt that would get you to do it yourself over the phone.
That already
you see
was
what I'm saying?
That conversation was going in my
You
head
were this
already, which
close.
is why I spent an hour by myself trying to get it out.
Or when they come, they
all right,
just
but
punch you.
Even
really hard.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find your oil cap.
Yeah,
Like,
they punch you and then they sleep with your wife right in front of you.
right.
take that, nerd.
Yeah, they probably. And if they could do it, they could do it like in a slick way. Like, do you want a Thomas Brothers donut? Oh, what is that? And then he just punches you in the arm. And oh no, wait a minute. I got to work that out.
It hurts still.
I'm trying to weave it into the road.
Totally.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I thought it was a new one that I hadn't heard of.
And had done to him.
It would have been. It would have been if it worked. It would have been. All right, here's the point, Drew.
So lame.
Here's the whole thing. They should not be able to set foot on your soil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's some old lady who's by the side of the 110 being raped because her car's broken down, and
she
the tow
doesn't
truck
have
that was
AAA.
that was allocated to go to her had to go to Drew's house first and help him with his exotic sports car.
Is that
What road is she on?
Yeah, is that the only option if you're an old lady and break down? If the truck doesn't come, you're instantly raped.
Not instantly,
Well, Adam will
but
see to
after
it.
about 15 or 20 minutes.
Adam will get there. He'll get there. He'll get around to it.
That's all right. She probably got cleaned out by drunk
Is
driver.
that a rapist MO? Is to drive around and look for broke down old
Adam,
ladies?
is it?
If you watch
Yeah,
movies
see?
of the week enough,
Oh,
yeah. No, you have a choice between being raped
Well, there's another service that,
or being clipped by a drunk
we'll
driver.
fix your tire, but we're also going to rape you.
Oh, man. Humiliating.
Right.
Wow.
And Drew, how did he get it? And what do you mean the both of you? What did you do?
We had to
Cup his
hoist
nuts?
I
He didn't do anything.
Light, and we were both searching for it, and we had to pull the bottom off the car. We had to unscrew all
Pull
the
the bottom off the
You
car.
had to take out that
He
plastic.
took that plastic shroud that goes
And
underneath
then it
the
was
car.
still under another pan under the engine. It took.
All right. Well, don't drop it, or get a
I'm putting
leash
it
for it.
next door if I ever add oil. I didn't oil my car again.
Call them
Never
to
lifted
do
the
your
hood again.
oil.
Yeah, they should be doing your oil. That's
Yeah.
your problem. All right.
Right,
Drew,
Amy,
call
back to
AAA.
Back to Amy.
All right.
So lame. So embarrassing. So
Amy?
humiliated.
Yeah,
Amy, you still like me in spite of my humiliating behavior?
I was actually enjoying your rant very much. I always enjoy your rants.
All right. Drew doesn't have rants.
She just cut the word rant into
It's
her
all right.
arm, by the way.
So you're injecting and cutting, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the injection thing? Because we missed that. The boys are
don't know.
giddy now.
You have a syringe that you inject stuff with?
All right, let's focus.
Yeah, you can
here,
actually
boys.
buy
What's
them
going
really
on?
cheap where I am.
Yeah. So you use clean syringes every time you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually
But then, of
really
course-
scared of blood poisoning.
But then, of course, you're injecting non-sterile substances into your skin.
No, actually, I learned my lesson. I injected a bunch of Raid once, and I landed in the hospital for a week, so I really don't do that anymore. Actually, I withdraw blood and stuff.
So how old are you?
So this is like a vampiric thing? You're into blood?
No, I don't know why. I just like seeing it in the sink, I guess. I know it's really messed up.
Wait 1 second. You injected a bunch of Raid?
Yeah, that was a few months ago.
How do you get in a liquid form? Right, sort of a spray.
It's a spray, but if you spray it in a jar and then use the syringe to just... It's
So
really easy.
are you very obsessive compulsive also?
I don't really know what the symptoms
Well, wait a
are.
Do you
minute.
pull
wait a
hair?
minute.
Do you
Hold
pull
on.
hair and stuff?
Hold on. Did you have ants in your liver?
Do you
No?
do you pluck your hair out and that sort of thing?
I'm very obsessive with my tweezers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
This is the behavior of
But
somebody
I
very
don't.
obsessive.
But poison, Raid, that's like really serious, right? Isn't that
I
almost
think that was a
wanting to
suicide
kill
attempt.
yourself,
I don't really
or no?
remember it.
Are
Couldn't
they
you die
injecting
from
it?
that technically?
Yeah. Under
Well-
their skin or into their veins? I'm confused.
It wasn't in a vein. It was just in the skin. Luckily, and I missed my wrist. I did it in my wrist and my leg, and I missed the vein in my wrist by like 1 centimeter.
Okay, but that was a suicide attempt, and you were in sort of a fugue state when you did it, right?
Yeah.
So that to me implies.
So it was a suicide attempt.
So that implies to me that you know a couple things that you probably had some very heavy trauma growing up, right?
My dad used to be alcoholic, and I know you're going to say I knew it or something like that.
No, what kind of stuff did you have to go through? Growing up?
my bourbon?
Yeah.
Are you bipolar?
My mom was emotionally distant.
Are you bipolar?
She probably is.
No, you. Are you bipolar?
Oh, no, I'm not bipolar. I'm not
What-
diagnosed with anything. My parents won't take me to a psychologist.
They won't.
But do you have ups and downs like that? Like, I mean,
I have ups and downs, but I don't think it's like bipolar because I know people who are bipolar, and I'm not like.
But after a suicide attempt, you weren't seen by somebody? They weren't required to take you to somebody for help?
My mom didn't want like child services in it, and so she was just like, tell them that you did it to get high or something like that.
Wow.
No.
And
why don't they want you to see a psychiatrist?
my mom thinks that like if I don't want to get help, then she thinks it'd be a waste of money. I think she thinks I'm hopeless, and I'll get over it.
Wow, Amy, you really need some help with this because these are very dangerous behaviors, and you're sort of describing them as addictive, but really they're compulsive. Compulsive behavior is cutting
It is
these.
compulsive. I know because like I'll get in a fight with my mom, and I'll do it later that night. And
Yeah, well, that's just a way. What this all is a bid to try to regulate your feelings. I mean, that the intensity and the duration of feeling states are unmanageable, and you feel overwhelmed, and your brain reaches for whatever mechanism it can get its hands on, quite literally, to help you sort of relieve the very intense feeling state you're in.
Yeah, can't you? I mean, your parents are idiots, obviously. Can't you realize that and stop vying for their attention?
Well, not only that, and just get yourself some help,
And get
regardless
yourself
of what
some
they
help.
want.
are your parents divorced?
no, actually, but they should
They're
be.
both there, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a
And
lot.
how old are you again? I'm sorry.
I'm 15.
Are you the only
15.
child?
No, I have an older sister.
How's she?
She's very emotionally distant. She'll talk and she'll joke, but she doesn't like to get her. She's very closed, and I think she's depressed, but
Yeah. How old is she?
she's 19.
Is she out of the house?
She's at college, but she's going to drop out this year.
Where's she in school?
University of Maryland.
Is your dad still an
Turpin?
alcoholic?
Yeah.
Does he still drink?
He gets a drunk now and then, but he's not like abusive. He's like one of those people who gets really loud and kind of funny, actually. But
Happy drunk.
All right. So
he's a happy
listen.
drunk, but my mom yells really loud over it.
All right, Amy, your parents are a pain in the ass. You're smarter than they are. They're in denial. You got a problem. You're smart. You're definitely smart, although that's never stopped anyone from doing stupid things.
Yeah, I'm also confused. You said your mom said if you don't want help, but did you ever say you didn't want? It sounded to me like you wanted to go to a psychiatrist.
When I told
She says you're. Yeah.
my mom found out I was cutting by seeing some scars, and she knew because my sister used to do it.
Yeah.
And she just yelled at me, and she's not easy to talk to as a person. I mean,
All right.
she yells
Look,
when she finds out.
get yourself some help. Can you talk to someone at school?
No.
Okay.
All right, okay, but
Don't
fine.
they have a shrink at school?
I'm sure they
No, I
would.
go to a poor person school.
They don't call it that, do they?
Oh, no, it's just we don't have that sort of stuff. I mean, we have counselors, but they're the kind of counselors that sigh when you walk in.
I know, but look,
but
you
Liz
can't
can't-
write everyone
They
off.
sigh when you-
What good?
She's probably
Because they're cutting.
that's such a almost
Yeah,
poetic
great.
description. You know?
Put the blade down.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Turn down the Joy Division.
you
Probably
think,
right.
You think the good ones strike up the band like when you walk through the door? Ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Like their millionth visitor.
But that shows how sensitive.
Awful.
But that's how
They
sensitive
sigh?
Amy is to these things. Is that she notices that people are overwhelmed, and here comes another one in the
And
door,
no-
and she sees them sigh.
And when you're
picks up on
depressed,
that.
nobody cares. Nobody's interested.
But find
fail
somebody,
yourself.
get a referral,
Yes.
get somebody good. Just take care of yourself,
Please.
please. Amy, this is very, very serious.
By the way, as a parent, you're 2 for 2 with the cutters. I got 2 kids, both cutters. Time to take a good look in the mirror. That's
Might have messed up somewhere along the line.
yeah. You may have zigged when you should have zagged as a parent when both kids are cutters, because that's not just a bad gene. Like, oh, honey, you gave him the cutting gene because Grandpa there was Grandpa Cutter, and then
that sounds like a bad WB sitcom, The Cutters.
Is it like an attention thing normally?
No, it's what we call a bid for affect regulation. They literally can't regulate. Parts of the brain sort of parceled off from parts of other parts, so it can't integrate. It can't regulate. They feel overwhelmed. They do something to get the relief, and they find that extremely intense experiences give them sense of relief. And so cutting is one way to get that.
All right. Let's talk to Seth, who's 19.
Yo, what's up, Adam? What's going on, man?
What's happening, Seth?
Hey, I got 2 questions, actually. I gotta make one comment, though. Jimmy Kimmel got in a couple weeks ago, he got into kind of a lot of trouble from comments he made about Detroit.
He's calling from Detroit.
Oh, you're calling from Detroit. That's right.
Yeah. Basically, everything Jimmy said is right.
No, it is. You guys burn your city down. No offense, but don't you guys burn your city down a lot?
We got like a thing before Halloween. We call it Devil's Night, where we go.
Yeah, I saw The Crow.
Yeah.
But
hey, is this guy black?
Because you know, have you heard of the term when hell freezes over?
Yeah.
Come to Detroit in January. Hell is freezing over. Seriously.
All right.
Okay. I was trying to.
Seth, and let me just say this, and this is why, in a way, it's a relief to be a Los Angelino, born and bred in Los Angeles. People say horrible things about Los Angeles, and our self-esteem is so low we just agree with them. Like, you're from Los Angeles, people are like, oh, Los Angeles, queers and phonies and Hollywood producer types and tree huggers and traffic and Mexicans and
fires and
earthquakes. And did I mention queers? And you're like, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
totally
I
agree.
wish I could get out myself. You start doing that in front of someone from Chicago or something, they'll take a swing at you. You know, L.A. is like filled with just super low self-esteem indigenous people. Yeah, just like, yeah, you're right. It sucks. and L.A. is filled with. Here's what L.A. is filled with. It's either filled with nationalities that don't even know where they are. I'm convinced that a lot of people just know they're in the United States, and that's good enough for them. But
they've transported their country to this location, in the desert in some part of the United States.
That's right. So they've set up their own community here. So whatever, Ethiopia, Mexico, it doesn't matter.
It's here.
They're here. Yeah. They're here now. So that's fine. And then you have the people that are just they've been here. They weren't last time they were in Pittsburgh. There were 9. They're now 49. They still look at themselves as, they're huge Pirate fans, they're huge Steeler fans. They're Pittsburgh. They bleed the black and gold of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But they've been here 4 times as long as they've been wherever they were, and they really have no memory.
I was thinking about the Penguins and you. Yeah.
They have no memory of where they were, and all they know is they love their team and they hate Los Angeles, but yet they're here and
everyone here is a poser.
Then there's those people. So there's all the people from, and if you get into the business, nobody is from here. Everybody's from Chicago,
Boston,
New York, Boston.
New York,
tons of Boston, tons of Chicago, tons of New York. Okay. None of them like any of the teams out here. They all love their teams. They all hate Los Angeles. And then there's a handful of people like Drew and I who were born here, and our self-esteem, we've been so beaten up by the minorities who don't know where they are, and the strong-willed guys from Buffalo, that we just sort of hang our heads and admit our town sucks. That's about it.
That's it?
Yeah, if you'd said something bad about L.A., there would have been
no reaction.
Wait, you know
Who's going to react?
Well, it's as if you said something bad about the prison you were staying in. What are you going to do? Yeah, we hate the warden. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah,
it sucks.
He's not nice.
Your prison sucks. Yeah, tell me about it. That's where I'm living. It sucks. Yeah,
although, by the way, we are able to say bad things about Florida and nobody reacts.
Yeah, that's true.
Florida's actually worse than California.
No,
it was worse than any place.
Yeah. All right, so Seth.
Yeah.
Your other question.
From Detroit.
From Detroit, and this is something you probably get a kick off, Adam. I think I'm the only black guy that's named Seth.
I was thinking about that, and there are not a whole lot of Seths.
No, that's why I asked if his name was Seth. I mean, if he was black.
Also,
no black Seth.
Hold on, Anderson, stop talking.
Sorry, I was freaking out. He's black Seth. I'm freaking out.
There's not a lot of black Seths. I also noted on the show last night that Ross was the most popular name that no one was actually named.
Yeah, that was
except Ross Porter, Ross Perot, Ross, and your last name P. Whatever. Fill in the
There's
blank.
nobody named. No one knows anyone named Ross, even though it's a hugely popular name that everyone's aware of.
Ross Marks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You come up with one guy when you scoot through 500 in your Rolodex, but I mean, There's not that many Rosses.
No, that's true.
Yeah, you're right.
Even the only Ross on TV is a fictitious Ross from Friends.
Yeah.
All right, Seth.
He's not fictitious.
Yeah. My question was just some tips. I had actually got another question too, but the reason why I really called was any main tips of me wanting to get into radio. What kind of advice did you would give?
There's basically, I think, two ways to get in radio. Would you agree, Adam? One is to go to a radio station in Detroit and apply for an internship.
Okay.
Just show up.
Just show up.
Yeah.
And show enthusiasm and work hard.
You can squat a radio station. But I mean, you get there early, and you get there often, you'll be the program director because you got there first. It's all about who got there first.
But that isn't typically the way people get to be on air. If you're interested in...
Yeah, it'll work.
You can, but on air, people typically, historically, people go to some tiny little markets, talk their way onto an overnight shift where they work for free, usually, for quite some time.
Right.
Generate some tapes of yourself and try to get some better shifts going.
Well,
and then send those things to program directors around the country and
Seth?
work.
Yeah, there's a broadcasting school in my area.
Don't do that. Do not do. I've never talked. Anybody in this radio station go to broadcasting school?
Well, there's only two guys that are on the radio in this radio.
Chris, broadcasting school? No.
Well, he goes to junior college. A broadcasting school may be in your future, Chris.
Cool.
Yeah. He's living at home.
Chris, you could use a little broadcasting.
I had my own show at the junior college. So
there you go.
You did? All right.
Yeah,
It's the same way with stand-up. I mean, I've never met anyone that's taken a stand-up class that's ever been. So you just show up at a club and start going up,
I always
talking
tell
about
people to stay away from those classes.
Never read a book on stand-up. Just go on stage, start talking about your dick.
Yeah.
He's
That's all
right.
you do. I'm serious. It's all you do.
Or your poo.
Or your poo.
Or watch other comedy.
Yeah.
Watch comedians and, go watch live comedy, see what they do right, what you like.
Yeah. And just start doing that.
Yeah. And
That's all you got to do.
Thing.
I remember back in the day when I was playing like the Deli Smoke or open mics, 5 minutes talking about Patton's dick, just people.
Oh, yeah. Talk about my dick, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you talk about that's how Brian got his start.
I have 20 minutes on
But Seth wants to do talk radio.
Comedy Central half hour was about
right. That's what
Mostly,
he wants to do talk radio, and that's
I don't know.
Weird. I don't know. There's no sort of apprenticeship for talk. You know what I mean? It's a weird.
Okay, but here's the thing. There's less mystery and more hard work to all this stuff that seems sort of out there and cosmic and nebulous and all this sort of stuff. Which is, you want to do stand up, start doing stand up, start waiting in line, start going to open mics, do it wherever you can, and do it for free. Radio, show up at a radio station, intern, drive the van, do whatever you can, but never turn down an opportunity and do things for free. And as far as
do
the
things
class,
for free,
as far as the class stuff goes, okay, but a couple things. Quiet down with it. Put the finger down. Put the finger down. It's not time for you to put the finger up yet. Here's the thing. Don't chart your future. People do way too much of this. Start moving forward. Just get in the boat and start sailing toward the horizon. Yeah. Don't worry about where the destination is going to be. Just start moving forward. Also, nothing hurts. You can take a class. It's fine. It's not going to guarantee anything. It's not going to script. You can take an acting class. You can take an improv class. Fingers up. Yes.
Yes, you can, but there's an opportunity cost to all these classes. The broader your experience of life and education, the more you bring to talk, or comedy, whatever it is. That's why people who are in front of a camera or up in front behind a mic are not people that studied how to use a microphone. They're people that studied life and human experience and had interesting experience.
Right, but it all becomes a sort of collection that ends up
coalescing.
Whatever that word.
But with comedy, you definitely have to stay away from those schools because you're just going to have to unlearn everything that you learned.
It's a massive waste of your money. And also, people don't understand the other thing the schools teach you that's so wrong is that, it's crucial, your early years. Your first 5 to 6 years in comedy they don't matter. You can do whatever you want. No one will ever hear about it. No one will ever see you. Just try different things out. It doesn't matter. I would say that in any career.
Right.
If you're writing and making films, just write stuff. No one will ever read it. Just get good.
Right. And it always bothers me a little bit when someone's an actor or comedian or performer and you ask them what they're doing and they're not doing anything. They're just going out on auditions. You got to do stuff. You got to do it for free. You have to do it often.
Because you like doing it.
And you have to do it because you're compelled to do it.
I like doing it.
All right. Now, let's go get some coffee and complain about our huge salaries. All right?
I think I overdid that whole part. I broadcasted for free for 10 years.
10 years of free broadcasting. And
my
now-
first gigs as a comedian, I didn't get paid, but I was just.
Yeah, I had no
the
idea
fact
I'd
that
ever
I
get
was
paid.
booked was so exciting.
Yeah,
and I
right.
didn't even
It was
get any
beer money. Or,
Yeah, exactly.
it wasn't money you could actually live off of.
It was just my name misspelled in a newspaper somewhere. Look at that. See, I'm a professional. Literally not getting paid.
Taught comedy traffic school for Let Us Amuse You. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, even these guys are impressed by that, Adam.
LETTUCE. Let us amuse you. Let us. We will. That's like, you got to do a 7
Why
hour.
lettuce?
Because when you think produce, you think automobiles.
It's so funny,
It's
Brian.
funny.
So funny.
That's pretty hilarious.
The turn of the phrase. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Well, here's
Or
the
was it like a head of lettuce with a microphone?
it was so.
That was their logo.
It was such a horrible gig, and the whole thing is people could have gone to the Sears driving school for $18, but they paid $23 to hear something funny, and the pressure was on. And let me tell you this: when you teach traffic school and you're like at the Caneo Y at on Sunday morning at 8:06, and people are staggering into that place. They're not pissed at themselves for speeding. They're not pissed at the cop that pulled them over. They're pissed at you.
Yeah.
Like when they show up, you're the reason why they have to kill a Sunday talking about passive restraints. All right. Miserable. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready.
Drew, how much money do guys spend trying to get chicks? Into the billions?
Yes.
Cars?
Everything.
Condos?
Everything.
Hair plugs?
Yeah.
All they need is some Axe deodorant body spray. All right, everybody, it's LoveLine.
I almost said poop.
Yeah. Hey, two hot young comedians currently working the LA scene in studio tonight.
Making the scene.
Yeah, making the LA scene. Brian Posehn's here tonight. Patton Oswalt also here tonight. You know him from King of Queens and Just Shoot Me, and of course the Crank Yankers, the fabulous, beloved Crank Yankers.
And his new CD, which we're going to hear.
Yes.
If we do one more call, then we'll hear him.
Hold on a second. Don't cut me off, Drew. I was doing a Crank Yanker plug there, goddammit. Tuesday nights on Comedy Central. New season coming up very soon here in July. All right. Yes. Feeling Kind of Patton is the name of the new CD. Mm-hmm. We are going to hear a little nugget off of it, and then we have to cut it real fast because he drops.
We're going to hear
he drops like the MF word.
I get a little Dick Cheney.
He's got a potty mouth.
Yeah.
And you know, speaking of Cheney, found out he was doing a little cussing on the Senate floor or whatever last week. If you think that makes me not like him,
no,
you're talking to the wrong guy. Like they always do. It's like he told another senator to blow him, and it's like, yeah, like once in a while they do stuff like that, and you think, who's this? Don't. Now I didn't like him before. Now
he finally got a check on the good side.
Yeah, exactly.
That was nice. Okay, I'm coming around.
Throwing down Wu-Tang style. All right, good.
A human after all.
Yeah, that's all you want. Yeah, like I don't know why. Whenever they try to make news out of someone, especially a politician being anything other than a robot, and actually having some feeling or emotional or crying or swearing or something, I don't know who that hurts them with, but no one I know. You know what I mean? When you find out that the guy shed a tear over something or freaked out and blew up on somebody or
I remember when the Republicans tried to make a big deal about how Kerry called a Secret Service guy a douchebag.
Really?
He was like, a douchebag. And then they're like, and then people liked Kerry even more. I call people douchebags all the time.
That's a great name.
That's one of my favorite names to call people.
I call my friends douchebag. Hey, douchebag, what movie we going to?
Adam calls him douche nozzle.
I was trying to get the...
you got that.
The
douche nozzle. Yeah.
Yeah, because...
I love that.
Because to me...
That's a Baltimore phrase.
You focus on the bag, but the nozzle's really the business end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you dumb douche nozzle.
Carlos, it's great for behind the wheel. Shake your ass, you douche nozzle! Sounds good.
Yeah.
And it also works like, Jesus, Frank, you still framing the house? Got a bunch of these union douche nozzles taking a break every 10 minutes. It works that way.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah. It's nice. All right, so let's try to work douche nozzle and douchebag, and let's try to work the entire douche apparatus into our next phone call.
Douche receipt.
But we want to, I don't know if that technically counts.
No.
We want to hear a little something from Patton Oswalt. Yeah?
After the next call.
Yeah? After the next call?
Yeah.
Really? All right. All right?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong with laughing
let's do it right now.
Should
Let's
we
do it right
laugh now?
All right, now.
Yeah.
All right,
we need
Chris,
a little laughter.
what do you think? You cool? Anderson? You queued up there?
You ready to jump in at the MFer?
Yeah.
Get ready.
Their swearing comes at the end. So
That's great setup here, guys. When does that happen exactly? Why wasn't it fixed over there?
Chris
what the
is
hell's
on
going
it.
on?
Chris has got it. He's got it.
Chris has it.
Here we go.
How does Chris have it? He has no edit over there.
He's going to stop it.
He's gonna
This
throw a
is gonna
cup
be
of
a
coffee
disaster.
on the board.
That's all right. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Laugh it up, everybody.
Here are some facts about midgets a lot of you probably don't know. I read this in Discover magazine. Don't dispute me. If you hit a midget on the head with a stick, he turns into 40 gold coins. You know that? 40 glittering gold coins you can take to the market and buy a fine fat goose for your goodly wife. Also, if you throw a midget into a tub of hot water, he makes sleepy time tea. Oh, isn't that great? A big tub of chamomile. Thanks, Mr. Scoops.
And then I start cursing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you go into the, you say the N-word?
Yeah, it's a very racist album.
Wow.
If you don't like black people, you should get this album. Black people, women, and cripples. I don't like them, and that's why I put this album out.
I don't dislike black people, but I do consider myself intolerant. So would I like it?
Oh, you'd listen to it on the treadmill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll get you to your target heart rate, I'll tell you that.
Well, I was really enjoying, do you have any other midget facts or trivia about that?
What was the third one? That was something, Brian and I actually were riffing that in an office one day, and then I took it for my own, because I'm greedy and I only care about myself.
And I was like, I wanted it.
And I was, you know what? I rushed onto Conan and did that bit.
Yeah, but wasn't the other one?
The third
if you
one.
Kick a midget in the nuts, he turns into 8 squirrels.
And they run off. But then
scurry away.
And then our friend Jerry said, "But be careful, because if you lose a fight to a midget, you become one."
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. Because at the beginning of time, there was only one midget, and everyone's like, "Come on, dude!" And I look around, they're everywhere.
It's a good point.
And I go, just walk away.
Yeah,
be the bigger man, literally.
Yeah, how else could there have been gotten here, you know? I mean,
people kept picking
Drew.
fights, and midgets can kick your ass.
Well, I've seen their calves.
They are just, they can stop bullets.
Yeah.
You can't drown them. They can live 14 days underwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can.
Do they?
14 days.
What's the life? Do they live longer?
Oh, boy, much.
Like into the hundreds of years?
Hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, I mean, there's like midgets from the Wizard of Oz that are
600 years old.
still walking around.
Yeah.
Just medieval midget? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a UPN show.
And they all guard magic shields. If you can get them to tell you where their magic shield is, they'll...
I know. I was thinking about midget. I was thinking about midget years. Yeah, probably should have stopped at a certain point, Pat.
I think so.
That's all right. We're riffing.
That's why I want to take.
riffing.
That's why I want to take a call.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. I was thinking about midget years when we were talking about this, and then I was thinking about dog years, and I was thinking about while you were gone, Drew Schwarzenegger had this idea about. Taking from 6 days to like 3 days, the amount of it's not. By the way, it's not about 6 days. He wanted to take dogs and cats that were in kennels and put them to sleep earlier.
Quicker.
Not have them sit around for 6 days. Put them to sleep in 3 days. And by the way, sort of like Cheney swearing. It's such a crazily unpopular stance. I sort of liked him for it. Like I thought to myself, wow. That's a horrible, unpopular stance, and that took balls. Yeah. But anyway, I sort of liked him just for taking a crazy stance. And by the way, he's given up on it. I think Betty White put some pressure on him.
The very next day, he changed his mind.
Yeah, he caved.
The next day, because somebody told him, come on, give me a break.
Well, because they reprogrammed him to be a Terminator for good. Now he protects the dogs and cats.
But here is my argument, and it's the argument I think I would have used if I was Schwarzenegger, which is, listen.
Yeah, but still.
Well, yes, there is, but still. But I keep that in my hip pocket for the very end of the game.
For the press conference.
I would have said, look, it's not. first off, it's not 6 days. It's like 36 days or 42 days because dog years are 7 years to 1 year. So that ain't 6 days. I mean, if you got years, you got days. You know what I mean? It breaks down into dog hours and dog minutes. It's not just dog years. It's not like they got a 24-hour day, they got a 7-day week, but 7 years.
But they live in
one.
But they live in our world.
But they got dog years. They got dog years. You understand?
They sleep 6 times in a day.
A 12-year-old dog is 85. You see what I'm saying?
No.
So if I was Schwarzenegger, I'd be like, don't look at it as 6 days. Look at it as 42 days being cut down to like 31 days or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
That's the smartest thing that Arnold's ever said.
It would have been.
Didn't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been great if he said that, though, and he was dead serious about it.
Didn't Hitler put forth Jew years or something along the same lines?
I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, he's probably up there in heaven, just looking down at us. Again, he made it on a technicality. We talked about it earlier.
Getting a back rub from Amelia Earhart right now.
That's right. Brian? Oh, not this Brian, but caller Brian.
Hello?
Caller Brian, you're 24.
Yeah, I'm calling this is a question for Dr. Drew, basically.
Yeah.
I met a girl online in March, and...
it's a dude.
Hello?
And go ahead.
Yeah, we got together, and we got into a hotel and stuff like that. And I was rubbing around on her, kind of like down there, before I actually did the deed. But I put a condom on before we actually had sex, right? But a few days later, I had the burning sensation when I was peeing and stuff like that. And I went to the doctor, and it turned out I had chlamydia.
What do you mean you're rubbing around down there? What does that mean?
I was rubbing around down there without the condom on.
His hand down there.
No. With
your penis?
With my penis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before I put the condom on. I didn't put it in. I just kind of rubbed around in there a little
that's
bit.
a class move. It's a classy move.
And it turned out I got chlamydia
too, once in a while.
from that,
Well, if the urethra tip touches any secretions, you're in. That's it.
Yeah, it's a petri dish down
I usually
there.
do that when they're sleeping.
Well, I was kind of surprised that I got chlamydia.
Well, that's more of a rummaging, isn't it, Brian? It's not rubbing.
And it's not my penis either.
No, but it's more...
nor my vagina.
It's a penis he stole from the morgue.
Yeah, it's more the raccoon in the dumpster, right?
And so Brian, what is the question?
Yeah.
Well, the question is, I was kind of surprised that I got chlamydia, and the doctor told me that, it was obvious that something got in there, so it's possible that I had HIV also.
Yeah, but that's unlikely. That's
I was wondering what the statistics were on because I know it's harder for males to get HIV.
All right, listen, Brian, look, you're fine. You're a straight guy. You're cool.
No. But they told me that I could have it.
Yeah,
of course you could have. We all could have it.
Did you get a test?
Oh, I haven't had a test yet because I'm kind of
Okay, let me explain something, and this is
one
why,
way to find out.
This is why I don't like.
That's
all
a fun 2 weeks.
The rhetoric around the HIV stuff. Look, the straight guys rarely get it in the United States. You see all these commercials where it's like, yeah, everyone can get it. Everyone has just as great a chance as getting it as the next guy. Doesn't matter if you're working a glory hole in Africa or just a white insurance adjuster in Omaha. You have the same statistical chance. Yeah, so now all that serves to do is freak the guy out in Omaha. Meanwhile, the guy working the glory hole never hears the goddamn commercial. Right. So we're all walking around freaked out like idiots. You're not going to get it. It's like secondhand smoke. They just make this stuff up. You're fine. You're a straight guy. You hooked up. You had some nice straight rummaging around with your penis. You're fine.
Here's the deal. Wear a condom more religiously.
And here's the thing, too. Don't bother rubbing your dork all over the vagina and then putting the condom on. This is
right. That's
this is like wearing a shower cap and putting your head in the toilet before you get in the shower. What are you doing?
The only thing I just took from that is I'm going to Africa.
That's right.
Yeah, with a condom.
You gotta work that glory hole.
Get the HIV
Man,
test.
the glory hole.
And know something about the people you're going to bed with, too. Because certainly the way you do put yourself at risk is by sleeping with IV drug users. And who knows who this woman is.
Wait a minute. I can get AIDS putting my head in a toilet?
Yeah, that's what we said.
All right.
Without a condom.
You lost me in the middle of that.
Without a shower cap, I mean. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Moving along.
There's a great billboard in West L.A. that said, it's got a couple of gay guys on there, and it said, "We didn't come out to smell your secondhand smoke, and it's like 1-800-NO-BUTTS or whatever. But first off, the no butts with the gay billboard, someone really needs to think this through. Like, they need one straight guy on the panel to raise his hand, and actually to be laughing like a maniac. And then put, and by the way,
just pointing.
There's a great hand up while laughing posture. You know, head down, just. You got to get a straight guy on there. And then, secondly, listen, gays, don't worry about our straight guy secondhand smoke. You guys got bigger fish to fry than that. Name of your parents. You deal with your parents first, then worry about secondhand smoke, all right? Worry about hepatitis C, and then worry about your parents, and then worry about secondhand smoke, all right? All right? Just focus on that, would you? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna call the gay cigarette hotline to rat out my buddy who was smoking on Santa Monica. Yeah, he's medium height, medium weight guy. Think he may be straight. Yeah, look for him. He'll smell like cigarettes. Smell his hand. Guys, give him a good beating. Jesus Christ, what's going on in this city? There's nothing. We got no bigger fish to fry than this. How about the goddamn graffiti that's everywhere?
How about the traffic?
How about the traffic? What about the graffiti? How about the particles? By the way, Los Angeles has a airborne particle problem that is second to Calcutta, and that's about it. I mean, we got serious airborne particle things. We're all going to die of lung cancer because of that. Listen, homos, don't worry about the secondhand smoke. It's the least of your problems.
Can you even see us right now, Adam? Are we even here right now? Or
sorry.
Are you like on a level of doom that you're just yelling at demons?
I can't take any more talk about second. You know, here's what's going on in this. I swear to God, here's what goes on in Los Angeles. There's graffiti everywhere. There's crime everywhere. And there's dust particles the size of Frisbees 9-year-olds are inhaling. And yet we got to have a press conference because we're going to outlaw smoking on the beach. Really? It's just this overcompensation. We have no problems. We have 3 of the most congested intersections in the world within a 5-mile radius, and we're having press conferences out on the beach because guys are lighting up cigarettes in an 80-knot wind out 100 yards from the shore. Really? This is where our focus is? This is it? What are we doing? Let's get it going. Let's go. Let's break it down. Let's get a hand in. Let's prioritize, people. Am I right? And listen, grab a knee. That helmet, not a chair. All right, gentlemen? Here's that term loosely. All right, we got to take a break. True, quiet down.
Come on, ladies.
Fired up. That's right, ladies. We'll be right back after this.
LoveLine. LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready. Ready.
Now you and... Everybody, it's the LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dear friends and friends of the show and hot young comedians currently making the LA scene. Patton Oswalt here tonight, as well as dear friend and second hot, good-looking comedian working the LA scene, Brian Posehn here.
They're recently on a campaign to end secondhand smoke.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get Kerry in office, and these guys are going to be doing a little fundraiser over at the Knitting Factory over in Hollywood on Wednesday night. It's going to be an all-star lineup, not nearly the one they had earlier. The week before. But
Sarah Silverman will be there.
Sarah Silverman's going to be there. Dear friend.
Adam would be there if he were not being carved on that very same day.
Super funny. Yeah, Sarah's great.
Isn't Zach doing it too?
Zach Galifianakis is really funny. So hilarious.
Zach is
such a good. The lineup's kind of amazing.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. There's many stand-ups who suck. These ones don't. The Sarah Silvermans of the world, very funny stand-up, and Zach, very funny.
Man.
It's too bad everyone hates him. Because he's really funny.
He cracks me up.
Yeah, he is great. When he brought his brother on the Kimmel show, and sort of femme brother coaches
Seth Galifianakis
football. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's talk to Mike, who's 20. Mike,
hi.
What's happening?
I've actually got a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I'm 20 years old. Mm-hmm. I've been with 8 sexual partners, and
That's awesome.
Wow.
Sorry, I just don't really enjoy sex. My longest relationship, besides the one I'm in now, has been like 3 weeks.
So you not only don't enjoy sex, you have trouble with relationships, trouble with intimacy.
It's a good way to entice the ladies, though. Like, he probably said that to number 7. You know, like, I'm not into it. I haven't found anyone to really.
You know, guys like this guy, women cannot get enough of when they're
That's
like,
right.
man, I'm
You
just
don't
not into
enjoy
it. They're
sex? Oh, yeah?
Like, I'll save him.
Yeah, well,
I'll change him.
I'll be on your.
He hasn't met me yet.
Yeah, you wait till I see what I do to your crank. You'll see.
I wish I could
Can
fake
do it
that.
now?
If I could fake what you've got, dude, oh my God.
Yeah, because no matter how cool my mouth is, I have the smell of desperation, which always gives it away.
I'm like a serial killer at a rest stop. Man. They can just smell it on me.
So, Mike, what's going on?
My question for you is, is there any reason why, or?
Will you tell me? Do you have troubled relationships growing up?
Well, my dad abandoned me long ago. Can't stand him.
Yeah.
And I've just never really had a long-term relationship.
Where's your mom?
My mom, great mom. She raised me.
All right, listen, I'm going to fall asleep.
All right, the fact is, though, that
if I don't hear myself rant about secondhand smoke,
there's couple, all right,
5 minutes.
A couple ways to
I'll fall
approach
asleep,
this.
Drew.
One is to first of all have a biological assessment to make sure that you don't have a prolactin secreting tumor or something
20.
that's lowering your testosterone level that make you not as sort of driven towards sex as a
He
normal
sounds depressed.
20-year-old male. The other thing is to look into the emotional health. You might be depressed. That might make it difficult for you. And it may be he has interpersonal issues as well. He may have trouble with intimacy. And finally, he may just need to find the right relationship.
Get some therapy, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Or just take some time off and not have sex. And
Yeah, man. Believe me, you'll start to miss it.
Watch Spider-Man
Yeah.
485 times in 3 days.
Easy.
All right, I'm sorry.
Shut up.
India?
Is that possible even?
You know, I think if we could get into a Tesseract situation where we could fold time in on itself, indeed we could watch Spider-Man 485 times. Are you done?
India?
Did you make it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hi, what's going on? You're 13.
13.
Yeah.
You've been on hold for 97 minutes, even though it says your dad killed himself when you were 3.
Yeah, 3 months old, actually.
3 months.
3 months old. I don't really know him at all.
All right. Well, there's no good time for a dad to kill himself, but if there was, that would be it.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
so
better
now
me
what?
knowing him. And Adam,
Yes.
I love you.
Thanks,
you are
Adam.
you are a
Very bad.
genius. I love you.
Bad sign.
And if you're
Very
in
bad
control
sign.
of the world, everything would be so much better.
Worse. Oh, my God.
Soon.
I'm so
Soon,
scared.
my pretty.
Dr. Drew, you're awesome too, you know?
All right.
Awesome.
Now we're out of time. You've been on, I swear to Christ, you've been on hold for 97 minutes
listen,
and 17
we got to
seconds.
call you back tomorrow night, okay, India? Or
Sunday.
Monday.
Oh, Monday. Yeah. Oh, we get a day off. Sorry, baby doll. What are you going to do? All right, listen, we got to take a break. Well,
nothing we can do about it.
there's really nothing Drew could have done in the last 97 and a half minutes except for take her call at some point during the body of the show. All right. She's 13. She's calling from Idaho. Her dad killed herself. She's fine. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Here it is. Bottom line, it sucks being single today. Tons of lame people and no decent prospects. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE. LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready. Ready.
Hey, everybody. That's the show.
I just remembered I'm going to do one of these 3 a.m. wake up and do news.
Crimea River. You haven't even been here for a week. What are you talking about?
Just saying.
All right.
Yeah,
tomorrow?
but still.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning.
All right. We'll go to bed.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. No, actually, I think you started about 45 minutes ago. I want to thank some people. I want to thank phone screener Brian for doing a great job. I want to thank the magic fingered one, the Liberace of the potentiometers, Engineer Anderson. Junior engineer Chris for doing a great job. Say hi to your mom when you get home. And 27, still living at home. I want to thank junior producer Lauren and producer Ann and who else am I missing? Of course, Brian and Patton. And you can catch those guys this Wednesday at the Knitting Factory and also get Patton's album. Feeling Kind of Patton is the name of the CD. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
If you lose a fight to a midget, you become one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.